Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Roar Report. And this one is going to be another acronym with a little bit of a bonus because I have, along with a lot of other content creators, have seemed to have got bombarded with the government shutdown. And depending on when I release this, yesterday, day before, whatever, there's so many of them, content creators that have answered this question and ad nauseum. I know Bear from Bear Independent has, Rexy, or Tiborosaurus Rex, did a very great video on this. And so, I guess on mine, let's start out with the acronym. The acronym of today is going to be your P.M.A. I'll pause for a second. P.M.A. That is your positive mental attitude. And that is important for this. So, what do I think about the government shutdown? Well, hopefully it's not going to surprise any of you. I'm going to completely agree with all of them and say, shut it down. So, do I have sympathy? A little bit, and let me explain. I've got family, military and whatnot. They will be affected by this. I've got, excuse me, one friend who had a kind of a bad situation happen out of their control. Mom, kids, they're kind of a little bit on some assistance and some other things. They'll be semi-affected, not a whole, like terribly a bunch, but they'll be a little bit affected. And then I'm sure there's other ones. Everybody's situation varies, but for the most part, shut it down. And the reason that I feel this way is exactly the same as everybody else. So forgive me if you've already seen theirs, because this will kind of basically rehash it. But apparently, if you're asking me, you either can't get enough of this or you haven't watched any of the others' videos on this. So if you depend on the government and you are not new to prepping, what are you doing? Okay. If you are new to prepping, get off assistance. And I know it's difficult to say, I get it, but do what you got to do. Make your sacrifices. You chose to, start preparing. And so you, by whatever means you've got to do, legally, of course, do what you got to do to get out, to get away from it all, downsize. You don't need all the little plasticky, flashy devices. Think of it as hitting the reset button on your life and start over. And you will find out in a very relatively short time that you're going to be much, much happier and better off. But if, if you think, and I know a lot of you, don't think this way, but if you think the government is there for you, if you think that they are there to serve you, if you think that they are there for your protection, that they're going to rescue you, that they will not let anything bad happen to you, I don't know why you're here. This is not the channel for you. And apparently, what my opinions are that I post on here, rightfully so, it's my channel. I seem to be resonating with more and more people, as I don't know if it is wholeheartedly what I have to say, or if the YouTube algorithm has finally let me go. But I think in the past 7 days, I have gained, I don't know, 120 something subscribers. So if you're new, welcome, thank you. Um, But to come back to this, a P.M.A, you need to have a positive mental attitude. Things right now suck, okay? For most of us, if not probably all of us. But a lot of it has to do with your perspective and how you do things and how you see things. A lot of us made our sacrifice and got out. You know, this great green screen back here. I don't live, you know, out away from it all. I live apparently right downtown in the middle of every skyscraper and everything. See if I can move over. Yeah, yeah. My green screen's doing really well, isn't it? Put that down. So there's a lot. You can go to your job, and I'm sure there's a ton that you can complain about. You can go to the gas pump and complain. You can go to the supermarket or grocery store and complain. You can get your bills in the mail or the email or however you get your bills and complain. We all can complain, but we all know that that gets you nowhere. And so you have to start every day off and really end every day with a P.M.A, with a positive mental attitude. It's that go out and do what you got to do. Get stuff done. That's the key to all this. Figure it out what you want to do. Set your goals, tie up your boots, and achieve it. Get your hands dirty, go do what you got to do, work hard, and get stuff done. And with that positive mental attitude where you have set a goal, once you achieve that goal, that is a positive thing, and your attitude gets better, and everybody enjoys being around other people with a positive attitude. And a lot of times it's infectious. It starts usually kind of with one person or a couple of people, and it spreads. But the opposite spreads too. It takes that one person with a bad attitude that can really make it to where people that are having an average day or not so strong, in their positive attitude, that it'll bring them down. And so you always have to remember your P.M.A, your positive mental attitude. And so let's tie all this together so I don't make a stupidly long video. Um, Government shutdown. I'm not going to speak ad nauseum. Shut it down. And hopefully it's not for a week. Um, Probably the time that I post this will be somewhere in the 24-hour-ish range until the shutdown. Do I foresee it happening? Yes. Do I want it to happen? Absolutely. Do I think it'll be for a long time? One can only hope. And really, it should be one of the things. Whether the Congress is in session or not, your life should not be affected. You shouldn't even care. Think about something that means absolutely no value to you. Is the fish biting off the coast of uh, northern Alaska? I don't know, and I don't care. So it'd be the same thing of, is Congress in session? Don't care. You know, is it a good idea to, keep an eye on it and just kind of see what they're doing? Yeah, absolutely. Should it affect my life on whatever they want to cook up or not cook up, or whatever bill they want to propose or pass or veto or whatever? Don't care. Don't care. I'm out here. I'm doing me. And that's what you should do, is you should find you a spot and do you. So I hope that helps. I love doing these little prepper phrases, prepper acronyms, and all that. So if you're new here, thank you for joining me. Do all the YouTube fun things so that way I can continue to grow as a channel and try and help all the new preppers out there. Do the thumbs up, hit the little bell for notifications so that way you can see all the content that comes out. Check us out over on Facebook. And with that, I'll remind you, remain united. We're all prepping in this together.